Hello everybody and welcome to LazyCon. I'm Lazy Tyrant, and with yesterday being Remembrance Day, I was reminiscing and thinking about the people who lost their lives during the Great Wars and even in the past conflicts, and it got me thinking, I might as well go play some World of Warships, which I haven't played in about a year because my old PC started having issues and couldn't play the game. So I've been a full year on hiatus, and I jump right back in playing the USS Benson, which is a good ship, but they're gunboats, so you need to get up in people's faces and play them aggressively. Now, I haven't factored in all the changes that the game has had to the mechanics, and I didn't factor into my rustiness or anything like that. I just jumped right back in and decided to steam straight ahead. Now, on the surface, World of Warships seems like a simple arcadey ship game, but it is not at all once you get into the mechanics behind everything and how you should be playing the ships you're in, and it's easy to get killed in this game if you don't play it properly. Now, spoiler alert, this is exactly what I did. I jumped into a tier 8 ship, which ended up being in a tier 9 to 10 game, steamed straight ahead, got spotted, waited until I seen this, and then I thought, uh-oh, things are about to go poorly for me. So I popped my smoke, and taking some damage, and I'm thinking, okay, I can live with this. I'm doing okay, I'm hidden now, I am safe. And then it goes downhill again. I mean, knowing that that was the gearing, I immediately reversed, because I know torpedoes are coming in. So I start reversing, start backing out. And then somebody pops the radar, and now I'm spotted again with half health, in reverse. I try to straighten out to make myself a smaller target, take a couple more hits. I know there's going to be some more angled shots coming in from the range, so you'll see here I start to angle again to try to avoid them. Do not. I'm burning, I'm dying, I'm dead. So I also tried playing as the Fubuki, and even a Cleveland, and a couple of other high-tier ships, and died horribly every time. So at this point, I decided, you know what, maybe I should just cool my jets a little bit, roll back a couple of tiers, and see how it goes. So this is the first game I played after 4 tier 7 and 8 games, which I picked the Minekaze, which is a amazing tier 5 boat, or at least back in the day when I had played it like a year ago, it was awesome. I loved it. The torpedoes reload quick, it comes with 3 launchers, only 2 per launcher, but having the 3 launchers I found it was amazing because you could always fire the 2 volleys and keep one in reserve. I get into the game, I look at matchmaking, and it's pretty good. I mean, there is a carrier on the other team, but I just gotta stay away from him, and I should be a-okay, and it's, you know, the Clemson, they gotta kind of watch out for, and the Minekaze, I think, is on there, but other than that, the battleships are just out for the taking. Now, I didn't know how I was gonna do in this game. I figured, you know, I might be able to do a little better in the tier 8, but I didn't think I was gonna have this good. And before I quit playing World of Warships because of my computer crapping out on me about a year ago, I used to play a lot of the USS destroyers, which are the gunboats, as people know who play this game. And you're not very stealthy, and most of the combat you're going to get into, if you want to fire your torpedoes, you got to use the terrain to hide behind and ambush people, or you've got to use your smoke and sit in it, or you have to do the suicide run and travel basically, you know, up to 1 kilometer or so well detected to get your torpedoes off. Playing this ship, I could have done the stealthy thing because I'm not spotted until 6.2 kilometers, I think it is, and I can 7-kilometer torpedoes. But being used to my old ways, instantly I'm coming up this canal, and I know that I've got that island to my right. So my intent here is to pull into B and cap, and then hang a hard right, and get cover behind this island after capping. And spot for my team, which you can see a couple of ships have popped up, and I'm really watching out for those bombers and things. And then I get detected. Instantly I know that I need to boot her out of there because I'm being shot at by that destroyer. I pop my smoke because everybody's in range of me, and I know I'm going to take a beating, so I pop my smoke, and he's still spotted because he fired by the rest of my team. and I start reversing again. He's a destroyer. You know he's going to try to put torpedoes in the water in my last known position. So I start reversing, and I start dumping bullets in on him. Knowing that he's going to slow down, I put up my torpedoes in the water at spread, but, you know, being 2 per launcher, it's not a very tight spread. So here I start to go forward again because I'm trying to basically move a little bit because I'm sitting in the smoke, and if you're sitting still, anybody who knows the game will be able to shoot you through it. But as you can see here, uber lucky. Shoot at the destroyer, miss him completely. No idea if he's in the smoke anymore. But this cruiser's gonna eat it. Boom, kill 1. I was thinking, okay, I'm doing okay, right? Like, I got a kill. We're losing B, but it's not bad. I see the destroyer up here, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll be able to put torpedoes on him as he's coming out through the corner, because you know he's going to accelerate here soon, because there's no threats out here spotted. So I'm just taking a gander to make sure that there's nobody else suitable to shoot at. Nobody else is really within range except for this guy. So look at this destroyer, and he's accelerating. You can tell by the track. So I shoot a little bit ahead of it, because I'm only like 4 kilometers out, so I'm just not going to be that far for him to travel, even if he's accelerating. And I decide to get out of there. I don't want to get shot up by another destroyer. I'd rather conserve my health, let some cruiser deal with that destroyer if he doesn't get hit by me. But as you can see, he eats 2 of my torpedoes. That's kill number 2. I'm still using these islands as cover. I mean, it just makes sense. Then I spot the juiciest target yet. Right ahead of me, there's a battleship steaming towards this island. He's just going to be on the other side of it. And, I mean, you're not going to get a better opportunity. Like, this is amazing as an ambush destroyer that's used to having to get within suicide range to deal with people. I mean, it doesn't get any better. So you can see as I'm coming up, I'm waiting to see which way he's going to turn. So that's what I'm using my torpedoes for right now. Is that little marker, as it swings right or left, will tell me if he's going to go down the left side or the right side of the island. You can see here, it's swinging towards the right side. So I know he's coming down this straight. I don't want to come out past the island, because if I do, I'm going to be spotted, and he's going to be onto me. So I loop back around slow, and I'm just waiting. Now off to my right, there's that Phoenix is the one that's firing there. He is just dumping rounds into this battleship. And I'm here and I'm like, okay, I almost have a shot, but I'm going to let him get a tiny bit closer, because I really don't want to screw this up. If I let him get a little bit closer, I'll have no time to react. My torpedoes are 63 knot torpedoes. So at this range, he is toast if he keeps going straight. I'm watching my mini-map, and I can see this Phoenix coming up on me. He's coming right around me, and he starts accelerating, and I'm looking at him like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I mean, that's when it kind of hits me. This is a tier 5 game, and some of these people don't have that much time into it, especially if they've got premium. You can rank through the ships in no time to tier 5. So I'm watching this Phoenix go up on this battleship, and he's looping to the side of it. And I wait. You can see how long I waited was because I'm waiting for the Phoenix to get to a point where I know he's on the opposite side of that battleship. So I know the points will hit. Now I don't want to fire all of them in case I'm wrong, so I wait until the Phoenix is at level with the rest of my volleys, empty them, and run. At this point, there's no way this battleship is going to get out of the way of those. He eats the first volley, and that's all it takes. The flooding damage is going to finish him off. That was a good kill number 3. Instantly, I look up and I see the bombers. I see a couple of groups of fighters and things around. I really don't want to get spotted because out in the middle here on B, there's some more juicy targets. The downside is they're getting out there a ways, and they're going to be hard to hit. So I decide, well, I'm sitting here, taking fire, put out my smoke, and start, now I'm in my smoke, I can fire or put torpedoes out. This guy here turns away from me, so, I'm not going to fire torpedoes at him because he's already out there at range. And it's just going to be a waste of them. I mean, I might get lucky and maybe he'll be foolish and come right around on me, but it's not worth it. So, at this point, I'm just chilling in my smoke, hoping that somebody will come close enough for me to shoot at. I mean, the range on these guns aren't very good, to say the least. So this guy's getting out there to my max range anyways. It's like 7.6 kilometers, I think, is the max range on the Minekaze. which, you know, it's not a gunboat anyways. If I'm using my guns, it's normally because I've screwed up and I'm scared and I'm just trying to be a deterrent to slow somebody down. So he's pulling out of range. I should be safe. I decide to duck out of my smoke. I look out and I'm thinking, okay, I can get this volley off before he goes by the island. So I dump them a little bit behind, hoping that I'll hit the tail end of that battleship. But I've gone too close and they've spotted me. This is what Grady gets you. Here, I get a little bit lucky. As you can see, look at these shots raining on me. I thought for sure I was going to eat something from this distance with battleships and a cruiser right there. I'm just getting peppered. Luckily, after doing a little quick maneuvering, I managed to not get hit and get out of range. I'm not detected anymore, so I just want to drive in a straight line in case they pop a couple more. So I see them coming. Now I start slowing down again because I'm like, alright, well maybe I'll get another row of torpedoes off at this guy. But, see, right there I pop one because I don't know which way he's going to turn, and I don't want to waste all my torpedoes if he turns to the left of me, because that means I've wasted everything. I'll never hit him. So I sit here, and again, I'm using that torpedo indicator to let me know if he's going to swing left or swing right. Once I know which way he's committed to, then I'll commit to getting a good target acquisition on him. I'm watching those bombers because I really don't want those bombers to come near me. I mean, as you can see, I've got no smoke left, and I'm sitting still right now, so a bomber squadron would eat me up and spot me. I mean, it would ruin this. Luckily, he stays away from me, and as you can see, he's committed to coming to the right, which is perfect for me because it means he's going to put him that much closer, and I've got a lot of island that I can put between me and them. My intent is to play as a destroyer, especially as a Japanese destroyer, is never be detected. Go the whole game undetected, and you'll be golden.
Sorry, no can do.
But here he is, he's just peeking out, and this time I'm like, okay, everything I got in the water. From this range, he's not going to get out of there. So I duck him behind because I don't want that cruiser to see me. Because if he sees me at that range, I'm dead. So I duck into the island. I'm going to cut between these two and try to put a little bit of distance between me. And that's just in case that cruiser turns towards me. That battleship didn't stand a chance. Kill number 4 eats most of those torpedoes. Drops them, no sweat. Again, gonna keep an eye out for those ships off to the side. Kind of, you know, try to be map aware, watch out for who's around me. I loop around because I see that cruiser's not turning towards me. He's staying out there quite a ways, so I turn around and instantly I'm thinking, well, maybe I can get a lucky shot against this cruiser in the middle. Get him off a B and then cap it. You know, our team's down by points. Not a lot, but it's a little bit. It can easily grow if we lose more ships. So I spin around, he's not spotted anymore. I wasn't paying attention at the time, so I had no idea if he'd been sunk or if he'd just run. And then I get spotted by the planes just for a second, which I didn't want to do, but it was only a bleep, and I'm back out. And they don't know that I'm here anymore, which way I'm going to go. But you can see we're capping B, so that cruiser's not here anymore. So I jump onto B, and instantly I'm looking around and I'm trying to decide which target do I want to go for next. That one there is juicy because as you can see, he's on the other side of that mountain, and there's a little canal up the middle, and that's where he's gunning towards. So I decide, you know what, this is worth it. At this point, I get spotted and turn my AA guns on because there's no danger of me being shot by anybody. There's no one close to me. So I go just to provide support. You know, any planes I can shoot down before he gets back to the carrier is another plane that they're not going to be able to send out and bomb our battleships with. So after he goes by, I turn off my guns again because I forget about them all the time if I don't turn them back off, and then I end up in that awkward situation where you think you're being stealthy and they open fire on some aircraft from 4 kilometers out that you think you've still got half a kilometer until you're spotted, and you get screwed. And I mean, here I seen those bombers coming. I take evasive action, pop my boost, and turn my A's back on, obviously, because I want to take out as many as I can, and I get lucky. They miss me completely, unscathed. Didn't have to waste my damage repair on putting fires out, or potentially losing almost all my health. But now it's put me out of position, and I do not know if I'm going to get back into position in time to shoot at this battleship. I am at this time hoping that his guns are not pointed towards this canal, because if they are, I'm gonna be spotted. I've got no smoke, and he's just gonna delete me. Like, I will just die. So you can see here, I've got my acquisition. I start turning a little bit late, and this could have been my demise. So I get my acquisition. He's too close to really do anything. I put them all down target on that line, and I beach myself. And I think, well, I'm about to die. There could be bombers coming in because my AA opened up, and nope, it was just fighters, thankfully. At this point, I'm backing up, and I'm thinking, I gotta get out of here. But then he's not shooting at me, and I see him being shot at, and instantly it's like, okay, his guns aren't pointing towards me. So then I'm starting to think, well, you can see I turn back into him trying to get my front guns on him because I should be safe for a minute here. Now is when I start backing up. I got all guns on him, I put a volley, and I turn away, and those torpedoes, again, just nail the side of him and delete him. That is, you know, awesome. I'm sitting here after dying like 4 or 5 times in a row, like one of the first deaths on the team, and then I end up with this, where I'm just rocking it. I have an amazing game. Everything has worked out for me. Like, some of it's luck in this game, because you're playing and somebody just happens to come around the island at the right time and you get spotted and you can't get away. This one here, as you can see, everything just worked out for me. These guys just kept popping out into the open and just waiting for my torpedoes to delete them. The rest of this isn't that good. I know there's a battleship up here to the north of the map, so I start going for them. I'm looking at this battleship and there's no way I'm going to get close enough for my A's to help them out. So I keep going the way I'm going. I'm watching, and they drop their bombs. There's only one bomber left, or 2 torpedo bombers. So I'm thinking, I'll swerve in if I can and let my A's do what they can, but I don't know if I'm going to be of much help. But I really want to get some shot off at this battleship. But spoiler alert again, I am not going to get close enough to this guy. I mean, we've got battleships off to the right of me. They're going to rain some hurt down on this guy, and in a second here, you're going to see me just give up on him and decide I'll just go for C. I know somewhere's over by C that there's going to be an aircraft carrier hiding, because that's in the top corner of the map, and that's where those bombers are going back to. Most likely, he's going to be right behind that big island in the back. He'll be tucked behind that, trying to avoid shelling. But he has, and the other thing I know is that that battleship coming up towards sea could spook that carrier out of hiding. But at this point, I'm trying to not be greedy. I've done really well, and I haven't taken too much damage. And I'm just watching this battleship to make sure that those bullets take him down. And once he's down, I can focus my attention on other things, like getting on sea. So, just taking my time, rolling in, and I'm watching. Like you can see here, I know he's going to be over here somewhere, so I just don't know if he's going to be on the furthest one to my right or the one right ahead of me. And then I see the bombers come right there, so I know he's directly in front of me on the other side of that island. Here, I keep going straight because I want to try to provide support for this battleship. I can take a bomber hit. If he drive bombers on me, I should be able to absorb the damage, and I just want to help him as much as I can with my AA guns. But I can't quite close the distance. Bombers loop around, now I should be good. So anything that comes near this guy, I should be able to provide support on. And these torpedo bombers, again, unlucky, they decide to loop the other way. And I wasn't going to get very many shots on him, but he takes them down anyways. So here we are, Captain C, and that aircraft carrier did pop up for a second over here. And honestly, at this point, I have no hope of catching him. Unless he popped out right now, there's no way I'm going to even damage him enough to kill him with my guns, and my torpedoes probably won't make it to him before the game ends. So here, I'm being desperate. I'd love to get a shot or two in on him, but it's not going to happen. I hope you've enjoyed this game, and I'll be loading up some more soon. In the future ones, I'm going to get a little more detail and history behind each of the ships, because most of them do have historical meaning or references where they actually had careers in the early 1900s. But that's it for this episode. I'm going to be calling her quits, and for not being a And having a game like that, managed to score top in the game, not only my team, by a fair bit. And as you can see here, 93,000 damage in torpedoes, 6,500 with my main battery. Those kinds of numbers are what you're going to see. Most of it's going to be torpedo damage. Just remember, when you're using a Japanese destroyer, play it like a ninja. I'm Lazy Tyrant. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. See you next time.